Hi, thanks for joining me for Full Steam Ahead. Today I wanted to build a solar oven to see if we could harness some of the sun's heat and energy to cook some food. So what you're going to need for this project is a box. A lot of people use pizza boxes, which are probably ideal because when you close the lid you can seal the box. But I didn't have one, so I'm just going to use a regular box. You're also going to need some tin foil, some saran wrap, some black cardstock or construction paper, some paper towel or some newspaper, an X-Acto knife, some glue, and some tape. I'm also going to be making some s'mores, so I have some graham wafers, some marshmallows, and some chocolate. So what I did to prepare the box is I cut the large tabs off and I left the smaller flaps on. So why I left the smaller flaps on? Because I am going to, when it's all set up, I'm going to kind of keep those at a 45-degree angle and use it to reflect the sun back inside the box. So what we're going to do is we're going to line the box with tin foil. Now you can glue the tin foil to the box if you want. Now with tin foil there is a shiny side and a dull side. You'll need to have it so that the shiny side is pointing out. That way you have the most reflective surface facing up. Okay, so once we've lined the box with tin foil, we're going to put our black cardstock in the bottom. Now this acts to soak up the heat and retain the heat. So we're going to put that in the bottom. And then we're going to take our paper and roll it up. And we're going to put that all along the edge. So the paper should be about an inch shorter than the box. So you're going to have about an inch or two all around the edge. So we're going to use the paper as an insulator. So we're just going to put that all along the edge. And you can tape that. You can tape that down or kind of wedge it in there a little bit. So once we have that insulation, we're going to put our food inside. And you can use, you can make s'mores, you can do nachos. I have seen people make cookies in their oven. That is probably on a very intense summer day. It's only about 19 today, so it's not too hot, but I thought it would be hot enough to cook s'mores at least. So we're going to put our s'mores inside. So just put that directly on the paper. And then we are going to put our window on top. And you can tape that down. And then when we put it outside, we're going to just tip that in a little bit, just so that when the sun bounces off the tinfoil inside, it goes up and then is reflected off of this and goes back into the box. So we are going to put it outside and see how this works. So we're outside now. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon, and it's almost 21 degrees. So I'm hoping that it's hot enough, that the sun gets intense enough that it'll cook our s'mores. There is some clouds in the sky, so I'm hoping that that doesn't interfere too much with the heat being trapped in the oven. I did put a thermometer in the box so that we could see how hot it gets. But over the next couple hours, we're going to keep track and see how the s'mores are cooking. So it's been about an hour, and the marshmallows are a little puffier. The temperature is at about 100 degrees. Now, I did take off the chocolate because I thought it would melt too quickly. So once I put the lid back on, I resealed it. So I'm going to put the chocolate on and see if it melts. So my solar oven was outside from 12:30 to 2:30, and within those 2 hours, the temperature reached 150. The sun wasn't very strong today, so I think it would get even hotter on a hot summer day. But it did melt the chocolate and the marshmallows. So overall, I think it was a success. And if you try this experiment, let us know. Send a picture to info@airdriepubliclibrary.ca. Thanks for joining me.